This is a HeadGum podcast.
On this week's program, it's Saw meets Dead Man Walking. It's Law-Abiding Citizen. I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Eric Siska.
Have you seen Dead Man Walking? Chris Cabin.
He's on death row, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's it.
And we hate movies. Hello, everyone. Welcome to We Hate Movies. Thank you for tuning in. As always, it is the start of the 2020 Listener Request Month. Holy fucking shit. And this is Law-Abiding Citizen. It was requested by Jack from Chicago. Let's hear this fella.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jack calling from Chicago. I'd recommend the 2009 political law-based thriller Law-Abiding Citizen, starring Jamie Foxx and Gerard Butler. It's a mess of a film. It's pretty implausible, to put it mildly, and it has probably the most audience-insulting twist of any recent movie that I've seen. And plus, you basically gives you an opportunity to do impersonations of Gerard Butler, which are always fun. So, love you guys. You guys are a lot of fun. Looking forward to whatever you end up choosing to do. Have a great one.
A nice, polite call.
Sure.
You know what? Good for you,
Yeah.
buddy. Good phone manners.
So now I won't call him a jack-off.
I would like to thank everybody that called in, and I will also
Yeah.
thank everybody. You really heard the brief message. You really did
Nice.
it. Almost everybody was under a minute.
Mhm.
Some people like a minute 30. Very few 2 minutes, which
were
is
they
great.
all polite as this guy?
Oh, some were mostly polite. Some were
Okay,
very
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, this
I
is
mean,
Jason from Cincinnati. Fuck you, Steve. I would like to see.
Usually Steve comes out of his jerk den where he does all his work
Jerk
with
den.
long white hair, long nails, and like hissing at people saying, "It is done. The work is done." Today he had just a normal haircut.
I also love everybody, the people that call in multiple times and it's like, yeah, this is John from, shit. And it's just like, hang up.
One of my favorite things about doing this show, dude, when someone, and listen,
And I get it.
I get
It's-
it. I
it's-
totally
You're
get it.
on a clock.
I
It's
totally
very
get it.
weird.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
It is the funniest fucking thing when someone bottoms out on a phone call and bails.
Hello, I'd like to request Beverly Hills Cop 2. Oh, wait, I'm going to call you right back. I would like to request Beverly Hills Cop 3. 3 is the one.
Oh, man, I left a voicemail for my dentist recently, and I was like, oh, no, this is not going. Should I bail out? I can't bail out. This poor person's going to listen to this. So I had to go through with it and just sound like an idiot.
Some lady's just like, I can't answer you. I don't know what you're talking about.
But all voicemails should work with, at the end, it's like, would you like to delete or leave your message?
Absolutely.
Because
that's
Your
me,
lips
I'm
to
like,
God's ears, Steve.
Like, yeah. And if you could just call me back. Well, actually, you can't because you're dead. Shit.
I
You
love that
start
this
vomiting on the voicemail.
entire scene from Swingers related to calling into this podcast.
We're all beautiful babies.
That's right.
This is Law-Abiding Citizen from 2009, directed by F. Gary Gray. More like F. Gary making bad movies.
Got his ass.
Hey, I changed my name, okay? It's Gray now.
Well, he did some of those Fast and Furious
He
people
did-
like.
Oh,
No, he
really?
did 8.
No, he did the one that everybody.
That was the
okay,
one.
got it.
That
Okay.
was it, dude.
What he did Straight Outta Compton, which everybody likes.
That's the movie.
I didn't see that.
It's pretty good.
It is
it?
good.
Yeah,
it's,
it's
fun.
fine.
It's a good movie.
It's a great cable movie. Like it,
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
It's like Oscars, yeah, but cable.
Right.
Oh,
Ooh, TNT
Reed.
Superstation. What are we talking about?
Primo with the fingers, Paul Giamatti villain.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
right. He's
It's
like
up
the
there with-
crooked manager
Yeah.
or something.
It's like pig vomit.
Yeah, a
Oh,
little
yes. The role he was born to play. So this is a movie where Jamie Foxx kind of like he's an ADA, he's a prosecutor in the DA's office at the start of this movie. So he's a dude who like kind of slacks on the job a little bit, and the murderer of Gerard Butler's family goes free after 3 years in prison.
He doesn't slack. He's got a 96% fucking rate for getting people behind bars.
Well, he's corking his bat then, dude, because he's bailing on this case because it's like, we could go to trial, You may lose, and they could both
Look,
walk free.
I'm not moneyballing this thing. It's part of, don't know where it comes from, but he's good at what he does.
We start as like Gerard Butler. He's like hanging out with his little precious angelic baby daughter. You're like, oh, there's a ticking clock above your head, sweetheart. And instantly there's a home invasion. Also, within 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I counted.
Mm-hmm.
There is a rape scene. Now, most of the time it takes you more time to figure out if F. Murray Abraham is in a movie. Like if you're just like, is there going to be an end F. Murray Abraham? That's where the rape scene is. It's like the beginning.
Because you know what, Steve? This movie's got places to be.
Now, personally, I view the appearance of F. Murray Abraham to be better than a rape.
Well, I also agree.
I would agree with
That's
that.
a fun surprise. That's
Also,
a bad surprise.
also, you're softballing it here, Steve. I don't want to call you out, but you're softballing it. This is rape going into necrophilia.
Yeah.
It's a
Because
BTK situation.
Yeah,
First of all, they are bound.
Well, my thing is, it also doesn't even Gerard Butler never even talks about and then they raped my wife, which made me even angrier. It's just like she's dead. Like, so just fucking kill her. If we're doing women in refrigerators, let's do that. Let's not also add the ubiquitous dumb rape scene for no reason.
Funny enough, I didn't really even notice it.
You get a thong shot.
Well, yeah, because it's interrupted by his daughter.
Yes. And the guy's like, I know how to take care of this.
I only noticed the fat dude pulling his pants back up. I didn't see a thong shot.
There is.
There
there's
absolutely is.
Well, I mean,
I wasn't refuting the existence of said thong shot. I just missed it.
It really starts out with the little girl making a necklace for mommy,
Of
right?
course.
Yeah,
And
sure.
Gerard Butler calls her Pumpkinhead. I was like, oh shit, is this setting up the Pumpkinhead franchise?
that
Hey,
would
dude,
only-
Pumpkinhead started with a dead kid.
And that would only exist if Lance Henriksen was one of these, was Darby.
Gerard Butler in Pumpkinhead in the Lance Henriksen role as
Might
a
work.
remake. I'm okay
Yes,
with that.
absolutely.
Because he does a good job at grief-stricken dude whose
Yes.
life is ruined.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to go to this old lady. Come on, Pumpkinhead, go get him.
Oh, yeah, put Gerard Butler in Manchester by the Sea. I cannot do it.
I'm from Boston.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, so it's your classic home invasion. Gerard Butler has to watch as everything goes down.
Gets a bat to the face immediately, which is awesome.
Yes,
Pretty solid bat.
Yeah.
He sells it too.
It's a
good.
fat guy and a tweakery kind of guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, sort of like a Badger and Skinny Pete situation.
A bit.
actually.
And the skinny guy's like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" He's like, "I'm here," and he has all this shit. He's like, "You can't cheat fate."
This guy is like a poor man's Donald Logue, by
Yes,
the way.
oh, absolutely.
Yes.
This guy's playing a premier fucking scumbag.
This is Donald Logue from the Bad Biff future.
Not the Tao of Steve.
No, that's the nice one. That's
That
when
dude
he's
loved
put behind
hanging out.
bars.
Yeah, so then we meet Jamie Foxx, like I said, is this prosecutor, trying these two guys or whatever. And the scumbag guy, the rapist and murderer guy, has made a deal, and he's fucking turning the tweaker guy in, saying it was all on him.
Yes.
Jamie Foxx is like, well, bing, bang, boom, I have this deal, I have this confession. That tweaker dude's going to get the death penalty, and you, Mr. Darby, you will get 3 years in prison for murder 3.
Mm-hmm. And he has to, with most of these deals, you have to, and also I just don't even see the benefit to Jamie Foxx. I don't want to lose my case, blah, blah, blah. Sure.
Because he's got the conviction rate he's worried about because he
He's
wants
an
to
opportunistic
eventually-
piece of shit.
Well, yeah, he's
Right.
talking to woo Bruce McGill
Well-
about it, and he seems very concerned.
Because he's an instrument of the state, an uncaring
Yes.
instrument of the state.
And he has to be taught, is the point of this movie. Yeah,
Exactly.
he has to learn.
I don't know, man. This movie, I don't know who to side with.
Well, also the movie, the thesis of the movie just falls apart about halfway through.
I'd say 3/4 of the way through.
But it
I
really-
will also say up top, you may notice my tone here. I kind of enjoyed watching this movie.
It's kind of a fun movie. I will say that. I never saw it
neither
before.
Me and
Right.
Steve are going to stay quiet.
Yeah. It's
You don't know it's wrong. Obviously, Gerard Butler ends up murdering tons of innocent people to try to prove that his wife and daughter were innocent. Okay.
He's about to kill the takeout delivery man who gave them pizza that afternoon.
Yeah.
He's really going for the full fucking deck.
You said 30 minutes or less. That was my daughter's final meal, and it was a bit cold. Time to die.
I'm cutting a slice out of you.
The mail was late that day because of you.
I do think this proves that Gerard Butler is like the Al Pacino in the 70s of dad movies. Like this is he is the guy. If you got a dad movie, a movie that is for dads by dads, you are getting Gerard Butler.
Yeah, this movie, like the Venn diagram of like dudes who like this movie and dudes who like John Wayne movies.
Exactly.
A lot of overlap. A lot of purple overlap.
man.
This is hardcore dad territory, man. Do not return.
Imagine your dad's fucking renting Coriolanus. What's what do they say?
This all going to be? Oh man, Ray Fiennes M from the Bond movies and Gerard Butler getting it on.
What are they saying? What's that?
I remember liking that
what's
movie.
that? It's really good.
It is really good.
Coriolanus?
Yeah,
never saw it.
It's a
Shakespeare adaptation.
Well, that I know. Yeah. I'm not totally uncultured.
I'm sorry. But yeah,
That's
so
me.
but I don't know what like the like, so
It wasn't Cornholios.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, wait, so who's butthead in this?
Who's wearing their T-shirt over their head?
It's also pretty obvious from the get that Darby isn't gonna be cool about it. Like, look, if you get off with the murder, just be cool.
Button
about it.
right up, dude.
But like, he's not gonna be cool. He's gonna be doing like fucking. He's gonna do press tours and shit. Like that motherfucker let me off, and I cut that bitch up. Yeah.
No, I'll sign a deal. Why don't you kiss me on the lips first?
Well, in a perfect world, Darby would have some sports memorabilia that he can then try to steal back.
Yeah, a few years later, Darby will be arrested in Las Vegas in a shitty hotel.
This is my stuff. This is my stuff.
So, like, just imagine this movie done by like Ron Goldman's dad or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good
Kind
point.
of cool, right?
That would be fun. But then, like, I guess in that world also Darby would be like on Twitter posting videos for some reason.
Yeah.
Here's me in a hibachi. I'm Darby and I'm free.
Let me weigh in on the Kobe Bryant tragedy. Hi,
What?
it's me, Darby.
Isn't O.J. Simpson doing shit like this on Twitter?
Yeah.
now?
That's exactly
Oh,
it.
With
okay,
his
that's what I'm
phone in
getting
the
at.
backyard doing the twirl.
No, my wife has some story though about back in the 90s when he got off. He moved to Miami where she grew up, and like they straight up would see him at a hibachi restaurant, and like what ultimate culinary trolling that is to go to a knife forward fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
Man. What a piece of shit.
Wow, Miami's like the American crime story capital.
Did anyone? I haven't seen this movie yet. Has anyone watched that the Nicole Brown Simpson something or other with Mina Suvari?
Morally can't.
No,
Like,
I
that's
can't.
one of
I can't bring
Look,
myself to do it.
wait. Look what you do for a living. Don't tell me you morally can't
This
watch
one,
this.
movie.
this one, I might have to duck out of.
Is this a Crackle original? Or?
It's the.
I've never heard of
I
this.
think Crackle held their
It's-
nose and passed.
Wait, actually, no. Wait a second, though. We were talking about this. I remember this because the same person
did the Haunting of Sharon Tate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's a movie that supposes what if OJ's telling the truth and there was a second guy who did it with him.
That's pretty cool.
And
it
isn't the
was
second
Nick
guy-
Stahl.
Played the
Wait,
dude?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Where'd they find him? Wasn't he
Exact-
missing?
Great question.
No, he was missing probably going on 10 years ago.
I didn't know they
We've-
found him.
Welcome to Dumpster Casting. What can we get for you? Would you like a Nick Stahl? I could get you for a banana peel.
Oh, man. that
Dumpster.
poor
That's where
kid.
they got fucking Mina Suvari too, guys. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Half a bottle of hooch, I could get you Mina Savari.
My favorite.
Just a half
Jesus
a bottle.
Christ. Not even a full fucking load. Kevin, come on.
David Faustino, do you got a crumb? He'll take you for a
I
crumb.
mean, I guess Cabin has a point there. You want to start the negotiations there. And
Yeah,
build
they want to
up
build up.
to-
Give him
yeah.
a place to move.
All I got is these cans. You got Michael Winslow if you want them.
Let's just dust it off. It's perfectly fine.
Look, it's a watch, but I will be honest with you, it doesn't work and cannot be fixed. Well, here's Chris Klein.
Look, I forget all their names, but they're all in the background of Orange is the New Black. I could give it for free.
Get a little bundle of Orange is the New Black extras.
Oh, my Lord.
So the answer is no one's seen that movie.
No.
Okay,
So,
got it.
Jason Biggs got a new sitcom.
Did
Oh,
he?
did he?
Yeah.
So whatever. What am I supposed to do with Jason?
It was completely appropriate.
That was actually the exact reaction I wanted.
Yeah, so like he gives him this deal, but he has to sell it to Gerard Butler. That's not sell, or at least like break the news to him.
Well, that's when Bruce McGill's like, "Hey, motherfucker, you got to tell this dude." Or he specifically says, because you don't know what Jamie Foxx is working on, and he's like, "Well, you're gonna have to tell the husband." Cut to he's talking with Gerard Butler, and you realize that's how things are coming together nicely here.
And he's got the
screenplay.
first of many wigs. This one's not supposed to be a wig. This is supposed to be like his morning hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is
not in the day, but like he's sad.
He didn't shower, but he did comb it.
Yeah.
Well, because right after this scene, the movie jumps 10 years into the future, so then it's like Gerard Butler's actual 2009.
But he
haircut.
looks like a Muppet newscaster.
He does.
And it does.
You need some. I know, like your family is dead, but just get some volume in there,
A
dude.
little bit.
Gotta
Figure
get
out the
conditioner.
fucking water pressure, man. You gotta fucking wash that shit out, dude. It's just like sticking in there, weighing your hair down. You look like shit.
And he's like, "Well, we're gonna get that son of a bitch Ames for fucking murder one,
Right?
motherfuck."
Ames, you remember Ames, right?
And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Darby, by the way, will be getting a check for $400."
Darby is now receiving the Medal of Freedom.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You know what? Darby got a bad deal.
Sure, he fired all those guns at those cops immediately when they came for him, but that's not an admission of guilt.
I mean, who cares that he killed a little girl? My friend Peter Gallagher, Special Forces, killed tons of little girls.
Everybody talks about Darby. Nobody talks about Ames. Why do I talk about Ames, folks? He did the whole thing.
You know what? A lot of people talking about Ames. Pretty bad stuff. Don't know the guy. Pretty bad stuff. Ames.
Here's 15 pictures of you with Ames.
Yep, my syphilitic brain is eating itself from the inside out.
Oh, I thought that was Dames. My good friend Bill Dames.
Listen, I meet a lot of family annihilators. If you run a golf course, you will meet multiple family annihilators. I can't keep track.
By the way, does anyone have Ames' phone number?
This has been an ad paid for by the Super PAC Family Annihilators for Trump.
There's so many bad dudes on motorcycles, family annihilators.
Holy fuck.
They're tough guys.
Holy fuck, Family Annihilators maxed out.
Shit.
So he's like,
Gerard Butler does not take the news lightly.
he's not really cool with it. Yeah, then he goes up to Darby in the courtroom, and he's like, "Darby, you have to sign this paperwork." And like, the judge is like, "Really? This guy's gonna get off?"
This is Jamie Foxx's greatest line delivery in this movie, though, because like Darby's got some flippant comment to him, and Jamie Foxx like just kind of leans in and whispers, and he's like, "Fuck this up."
Yeah.
Yeah, like please do this.
Yeah,
Please
exactly.
fuck this up.
And he signs it off. And it's oh yeah.
Oh, Darby wins again.
Your Honor, would you like to come? I'm a free man. Would you like to come and shit on my face? Darby, remember the name. I'll be around.
So, and that's the thing too. There's a press conference immediately thereafter, and everyone's like, "Why'd you let that fucking scumbag go?" And he's like, "Well, there was a lot of things." And Darby's in the back going, and it's like, "Yeah, dude, that's why you don't let that guy go."
The one thing that would never be allowed to come to pass, though, is Darby comes up and fucking shakes Jamie Foxx's hand. Absolutely not. He'd be fucking tackled to the ground immediately.
Then we get cut to 10 years later.
Right. And so Jamie Foxx is now a big shit at the DA's office. Now he's probably like ADA.
But now he's on the take. This house is a little too nice for the ADA.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is, I mean, it's Philadelphia, dude. I don't know. It's like a big, municipality.
Do we find out if Regina Hall's is she she's a teacher, right?
I've got no earthly idea.
I think she's great in papers in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't get that at all.
Well, that's surprising because she's barely in it and says 5 words.
Yeah, I don't even remember this woman.
It's Regina Hall from Support
Well,
the
we
Girls.
get your classic Hook junk bonds scene. You know what I mean? Because it's like, are you going to come to the big cello recital? Blah,
but the
blah, blah.
difference, though, is that this daughter is like, yeah, I get it. I know you got to work. You got to put away bad guys. And, you're going to miss my recital. Okay. And Regina Hall's like, no. She's just like saying that. She's totally not cool with it. And it's like, I don't know. Maybe the kid is cool with it. Maybe she gets like stage fright if both parents are there at the same time. Why don't you fucking lay off at Regina Hall?
Maybe she only loves her mother.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, that's fine. We're there.
Only 3 scenes for the family.
Yeah, it's barely
yeah.
there.
But and then at the end, it's like, oh man, like the fact that
nice
that's when the movie
bookend,
starts to fall
yeah.
apart. You know what I mean? Like,
So this guy Ames gets the death penalty. Is
Yeah.
that 10 years later?
yes, it is.
It
He's
is.
about to
So
get
like
murdered.
2009, Pennsylvania's doing the death penalty. I don't know if they are or not.
I have
but
no clue.
Still, it seems weird.
Uh,
Death penalty in general.
Still a
seems
bit
little
odd,
weird.
a bit off.
bit weird.
Yeah.
Bit weird. Just put someone in a hole.
You know, I'm gonna say I'm against it.
Yeah.
Strange thing. I'm not. I don't like it.
I am against it as well, Chris.
I don't like it. I'm gonna
I'm
say.
following your courage.
Thank
Hey,
you.
big shocker here. I'm coming out in favor of being against the death penalty.
I don't think the state should decide who lives and who dies. I mean, obviously.
I mean, what do I know? But I think not.
Well, what if
Plenty of innocent people have been executed.
what if that guy was a supporting actor on Criminal Minds? Though
I'll
Would that
light
be-
him up.
That's
What are you talking
That's
about?
the guy who plays Ames. Is a guy that's
yeah.
on Criminal Minds a bunch. And
I thought
know-
there was some actor from that show who was fucking wrongfully executed.
Oh, Thomas Gibson's gonna go away for murder.
Don't tease me.
Dude, you want to turn your brain entirely off. Just watch the television series Criminal Minds. It's blissful. It is white noise with serial
I'm
killers.
okay.
Yeah.
No, see, you say it's white noise. It's like the Eraserhead baby to me watching that thing.
Really?
It-
Now,
it
where in
grates
the
me.
is this?
heaven, everything is criminal minds.
Fucking Jerry Orbach's eyes walk by. Is this part of the Law and Order?
No,
it was.
This is on CBS.
It was on CBS. It's on like WeTV. They're like all day Criminal Minds, and I'm like, am I hungover? Oh,
Are you a fucking idiot that confused criminal minds for criminal intent?
Well, you're stuck here now. I've never seen a second of that show. So is it like dumb CSI?
It's dumber CSI. It's only serial killers, and every
Oh.
week there's a new dumb serial killer.
Well, that's a lot of serial killers.
And
And I
they'll
know like there's a lot, but that seems like a lot.
And there'll be like a genius character on the team who will explain like color blindness to the audience. It's like, oh, he's colorblind. It's like, color, and somebody's like, colorblind. The genius is like, well, yeah, that's actually when you can't really see color. Sometimes some people are completely colorblind. Other people can't mix up reds and greens.
Wow, this sounds like mind farter.
This is Joe Montana, right?
Yeah, the latter Joe Montana.
But it was like another person, right? Didn't Joe Montana like replace somebody, or he was replaced by someone?
What's his face? Mandy Patinkin left.
That's right.
The first two seasons. It's like
Wow.
all that ever happens on this show is women get murdered, and guess what? They're like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. We're gonna keep killing women.
I'm gonna go to a show where a woman kills people. Homeland, season 9.
But I remember though when he left that show,
Yeah.
it was like that fucking piece of shit, trash talk, Criminal Minds, and then fucking left. But if that's his reasoning, like, yeah.
He's totally right. He's entirely right.
Also, that explainer character that you're talking about,
Yeah.
that's because that show's watched on CBS by like a bunch of retired people.
Mhm.
And, you got to spoon feed that shit.
There might as well-
Sometimes people die and they leave the TV on.
Man, Joe Montana should look towards the camera occasionally like, did you take all of your pills today? Are you sure? now check your little capsules. Okay.
I prefer Criminal Feet
Oh,
on
what's
ABC. It's much
this?
better.
What's
It's just
this?
Robert John Burke plays all the roles.
And Tarantino directed one episode, right?
Yeah.
It was like critically
Single
acclaimed.
shot. I'm not gonna spoil what it is.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
So this guy's about to get executed. Leslie Bibb is in this movie for a hot minute.
Sure, this is another fucking totally useless character.
She's gonna go watch her first execution, and I looked this up. I guess it's not all the time, but like most of the time, executions are at midnight, right? Like that's the thing.
I guess so.
No, but a lot of it's like,
Ah.
Early morn.
The
like,
Midnight Special, that was a song once about execution.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to go to one of these
But then
things,
you're-
especially at midnight. Sounds great. Do they have
Ah.
drinks?
I don't know. Then you're anticipating it all day. You think about it all day.
I
Yeah,
don't
he
believe
is,
there
not me.
are.
Me too.
Just to quickly point this out for clarification, I do not think there are concession stands at execution. However, maybe there should be.
Popcorn, hot dogs.
Jimmy Foxx just has a thing of Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Kevin. A good like gummy candy, absolutely.
No, Eric, you're being so ridiculous. You go to a strict
Okay.
Alamo system. You have a little
Mm.
Yeah.
card that just says I want a beer. and this is
Excuse
like-
me, sir. This is the second complaint we've had of you talking during this execution. We're gonna have to ask you to leave.
This execution is now a quiet zone. Also, they'll be ejected without a refund.
I'll have the death row homemade Doritos.
Shh, you're ruining this.
I love the
A
pre-show.
message from Ethel Rosenberg.
The only thing that should light up in this theater is the electric chair, and not you and your seats.
Or maybe some of the guy's hair. Just a little bit.
Also, we shouldn't have killed the Rosenberg.
No, of course not. We shouldn't
No,
killed
that was a
anybody.
big flub.
That
Yeah.
was egg was on everyone's face.
I'll have a plate of the electric churros.
Oh, fuck, dude. Cool name for a band.
Oh yeah, you definitely want themed cocktails
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Absolutely, definitely.
Ride the Lightning, vodka, and Pop Rocks.
I'll have the Ames Red sour. Ooh, thank you. That's a fun one. I like that.
See, I was going to do a sour, too. I was going to say the Cincinnati Slayer sour.
That's a good movie.
I love the pre-show programming of all the former murders.
Totally. It's
Yeah.
actually just reels of faces of death.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what you want. And like assorted weird cartoons from
Yeah,
Turkey.
like fun executions depicted in film and cinema, like Brody being hung in Iran.
Yes, with the Benny Hill theme song going on over
Of
it.
course, yeah.
He goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Oh, that dude whose face catches fire in the Green Mile. That guy gets it bad.
Man,
when
that's
they
like
don't give him the sponge.
That's a double execution.
Do
Well,
a-
that's what kind of happens in this movie, by the way. What were you going to
This
say,
is
Cal?
a dog throat supercut.
Well, because the only reason I mentioned Leslie Bibb is because Richard Portnow or Portnoy?
Portnow. Not porno.
No, not porno.
I think you said
Portnoy.
porno.
I'll
think
have
it's
the
Portnoy.
Pinot Noir at this execution. Thank you.
He's like the scumbag defense attorney. He gets Ames off.
He's my favorite part
Or Darby, I'm sorry.
Right.
because the
Ames is
judge
Darby.
is like, Mr. Defense Attorney, do you have anything to say? And he's like, Your Honor, I'm a piece of shit. You know I'm a piece of shit. The audience and the jury knows I'm a piece of shit. I have no insight for you. Goodbye. I would like to go home now.
Speaking of pig vomit, by the way, he played Howard Stern's father in Private Parts.
Yes, he did.
Ah.
He's in 7. He's got the best
And he
line.
still has hell to look forward to.
Yes.
Richard Portnow.
Portnow,
There it
shit.
is. Good thing we got it corrected, though, to avoid Portnow's complaint.
So Ames,
Yeah.
Ames is getting executed here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Darby's the guy got to go to jail
Yes.
for 3 years, or he's already been
He's
executed?
done and gone.
When they were sending him to jail, someone was like, sending him to that jail? That's a gladiator academy.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I love that the idea of a jail being a gladiator academy, because
Yeah.
you don't actually get rehabilitated in American prisons, obviously.
No, we don't care about that.
But the only time that's actually been a Gladiator Academy is Ricochet.
Oh my God, that film is triumphant.
There was actual gladiator fights in that movie
Have you guys seen this?
Is that
Ricochet.
Denzel Washington?
versus John Lithgow.
It is.
I never saw it.
dynamite.
It is
Really?
really
Fucking-
something.
You get a fight scene between John Lithgow and Jesse Ventura.
What?
I think that was the cellmate.
I
Right?
think
Am
that's the
I might
cellmate.
be
Yeah, yeah.
wrong.
I'm
but-
pretty sure on that.
I always confuse
Stay
that
tuned,
movie
most likely.
with what is that Jamie Lee Curtis movie where she's a cop?
Blue Steel,
Yes, I don't know
which
why
is a great movie.
I confuse those two movies all the time. I have no idea. So anyway, we go to fucking give this dude the no, not electric. Excuse me, lethal injection.
Yes.
And yet, like, the whole thing is Jamie Foxx is like, "It's your first execution. You ready for it?"
But it's also weird because like in the beginning she's like his assistant, and then 10 years pass and she's still his assistant. What is this feudal system?
I think it's a thing where she's just kind of waiting because it's like eventually he'll be the DA.
I
she
guess
thinks,
so.
and, like, maybe she'll get bumped up to ADA.
She got a title bump. She's super assistant. now.
And Richard Portnow is just like, well, you're still looking good in those heels, baby. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is an execution,
Dude,
sir.
great place to meet women.
That's a
little
good-
known fact.
And they're like,
I'm freshly divorced. What you doing after this, huh, Leslie Pip?
It's kind of disgusting though, because Jamie Foxx is like, "What the fuck are you even doing here? Like, you got the other guy off," and he's like, "I just thought that he'd need some moral support."
Murder makes me horny.
Also that.
And he kind of does the thing. It's like, you're executing the wrong man here. I didn't really do anything. Blah blah blah.
Oh right, poor Ames. He's like, the wrong man's gonna die today, but whatever.
My favorite is the two attendants in the room. He's like, look at me. Look at me. Look me in the eye before you kill me.
Oh right. And they fucking inject him, and he gets the Bane serum somehow.
Dude, this was something else, huh? They injected him with some wacky shit. He starts screaming. You know what he kind of looks like when all is said and done? His complexion makes him sort of look like how they designed the Borg Queen in Star Trek.
Oh, right.
First Contact.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's like his skin turns all gray, but it's got like black marks all over it.
Yeah.
What a fucking poison, huh?
Looks like he's about to become Blackheart.
Mm-hmm. Or Venom, a little bit
Yeah,
of
a little
Venom going on
Venom.
there.
By the way,
Venom.
Sorry.
some dirt bikes went by there. So Gerard Butler arranges this, by the way, and so that his death is harder, more, hurts more.
He dies horribly.
Yes.
Yes.
So then just kill Darby and be done with it.
That's
like,
where
why
I'm
do
coming
we
from.
need to have this giant scheme?
Because his beef is with the whole system, dude.
Yeah.
Darby is just a tiny cog in the fucking
He's-
poison machine that
Yes.
is the system.
He's more mad at the system than he is at these killers.
If you're trying to take down the system that is responsible for the death of your wife and daughter, take down big fentanyl, okay? Like
Yeah.
that's where you want to start. Because that's what those dudes are fucking on when this
Hey.
shit went down.
Why not the Mercers? Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, no
Just-
one's
you
going to
can
lose
just-
any sleep over that.
You can just connect it anywhere. You're killing everybody. So why pick and choose like this?
This is a satire.
Yeah. Allegedly.
We don't want to actually kill people.
No, not at all.
No, I'm just a fake Gerard Butler character. Should get
Exactly.
there we go.
And enthusiastically, you should kill
Yes,
the
yes.
Mercers for sure.
They find on one of the chemical bottles for the lethal injection, someone has scrawled on the back of it, "You can't fight fate."
Yes.
Which is what Darby said to him outside the courtroom or something.
So the guy loading this machine was like, someone scratched a little thing. Whatever.
Dude, I get paranoid when like the foil's just the littlest bit off on a bottle of Tylenol.
Hey,
Throw that shit out. Get a new one. Someone carved shit in it.
hey,
They
Jimmy,
gotta have tons of it.
hey, Jimmy Foxx, somebody replaced this poison with a mixture of Sprite and Sierra Mist. That kills you right away. That's a painful way to go.
I think the ginger ale at the Lethal Injection Academy is just Coke and Sprite mixed together. How can I prove it? Damn it, I can't.
I mean, honestly, you inject soda directly into the bloodstream. There's
Oh, yeah,
bubbles
probably
in there.
would
and
be- yeah.
shit. It'd be just as good. It'd probably be cheaper,
Yeah.
cost effective.
Why does Jamie Foxx become like the lead detective on this case? Like he's just the prosecutor. He's riding around in cop cars immediately.
Isn't Colm Meaney the detective?
Yes, he
Okay.
is.
Colm Meaney's like the dude on the case. And oftentimes, I mean, it's
prosecutors
working
work
with
close.
the DA's
Yeah,
office
sure.
that closely, they will be with the police department. He has to sort of like, oftentimes you'll see this where they're like encouraging the cops to like go look at whatever. Like, my client told me this. Can you go investigate it? So there is that relationship. This movie, though, Steve, to your point, you are correct. It oversteps into like, there's a part later where like Jamie Foxx is just carrying a gun around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's cool. I mean, it's Pennsylvania, so I guess maybe the law is different.
I would first of all, I love Colm Meaney, obviously the chief,
Of course.
our Hell on Wheels fanatic
course,
over
yes,
here. Loves
yes.
I
Colm
just
Meaney.
watched
Sir
a
Thomas
fucking
Durant.
Intermission. He's great in.
You just watched Hell on Wheels?
No, of course. What are you fucking crazy? No, I'm sorry. I didn't.
It's all right.
I've never seen
It's
Eric
okay.
more sad.
It's all right.
I was just joking. I know you like it. I watched
It's
like 4
terrible.
episodes. And I never
no,
went back.
it's not good, but I like it. It's not good. It's terrible. Don't watch it.
Steve is correct. He's excellent in Ireland's Intermission with Colin Farrell. Also, I was going to say, though, I watched a fucking baller episode of DS9 last night where he has to go undercover and finds out this fucking crazy, like, terrorist thing is going on. Badass.
Not enough Colm Meaney in this movie, and also he
Yes.
doesn't have a painful death. And I'm like, well, what the fuck are we doing?
What's
here,
the
guys?
point?
You
Yeah.
sort of expect that.
But
Yeah.
like, we're talking about Jamie Foxx being like a vaguely defined lawman practically in this, carrying the gun. This movie would have been better if it was set in 1900 And then I would buy some of the shit better. Like, oh, of course, tunnels. We'll get there. But it's 1900. What else are they doing? There's tunnels.
But it would be kind of weird, dude, when that robot kills everybody in the cemetery
the
later in
robot.
this movie.
We'll also get to it, but probably in comparison, Darby versus Gerard Butler in this, Gerard Butler is responsible for more innocent people dying. As it turns out.
Absolutely.
Well,
So-
because he crosses the line, dude.
Because they're like, oh my God, it was Darby. Let's go get him. They drive to Darby's house. Darby gets a call from, it's me. I'm your friend. You need to get out of there right away.
Oh, I could see you from here. Coke on the table, bitch on the floor. That's 3 strikes. You're going back. I mean, you're going back to prison now.
What's your favorite torture porn movie?
And this is like, dude, he's on the phone with someone fucking with his
Yeah.
voice, telling him to do all these things, leap through all these hoops. This is Saw, baby.
It's exactly
Yeah.
Saw. And it gets really soft for a while and then stops being Saw. and then-
I wanted it to be Saw all the way through. I was
Yes.
pretty disappointed that the Saw name stops.
If you want a Saw ripoff that keeps on being Saw, I might Diane Lane in Untraceable.
Oh.
Very similar type of movie.
Oh, yes.
Her and Colin Hanks are
Wait,
tracing an
wait.
internet serial killer.
Does she
Yeah.
get cut up into pieces?
She does not. Other people
not
do,
interested.
though.
That is a
Specifically Diane
movie-
Lane.
I'm confident I saw that movie in theaters. I remember absolutely nothing about it.
Well, that's what makes it untraceable, Andrew.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
escaped
right.
from consciousness.
So smart.
That movie
What a
was shot
smart
in
movie.
disappearing film. You watch it and then it instantly fades from your head.
There is, I think there is a Ray Liotta movie called like Forgettable or
Unforgettable.
something.
Yes.
Unforgettable, which is incredibly forgettable.
They playing that fucking tune in it?
I believe so.
I believe so,
At
yeah,
least so in
that's-
the trailer.
Yeah.
Which I know for some
Evil
reason.
Peter Coyote's playing it. I
Ooh,
feel.
nice. So they go to Darby. Darby escapes, and like there's a cop car, and there's a cop policeman who's been knocked out. Get in the cop car.
Yeah.
And it's Gerard Butler with this white wig on.
Dude, he looks like Jeffrey Dahmer.
You know,
he
it's
kind of
like,
does.
Thanks for the heads up, dude. Yeah, I'm not getting in the cop car.
Yeah, totally.
You know what? I'm not going to hang out with a police officer right now while they're hunting me.
Oh, is that number 8 bus? That's where I'm going.
Exactly right. I mean, this is like, it could be like the laziest cop trap of all time. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, get in this other cop car. He's been knocked out.
He's right near the train tracks. Hop a train there, Darby.
Or just go to the other side, dude, the other side of the track.
Farmer's
fuck.
daughter's good here.
That's right. How many notches on the old post was that?
Looks like they got good pies there, Darby.
Yeah, so it's Gerard Butler, man, and he fucking wakes up and, you know, he's still like playing the doofus, like,
Yes.
oh, don't kill me. And, you know, so Darby makes him drive, kind of a thing. They go to a secluded area. And then it's like, I did not think, and again, I remember when this movie came out, I didn't know anything about like what it was about. But if you told me, Andrew, you were going to watch Gerard Butler rip this pencil thin Gomez Adams mustache off his face in this movie, I would not have believed you.
I would not have believed you if you told me this movie was about Gerard Butler being a master tactician. 'Cause that's what's going on here. Because the Darby's got the upper hand. He's got a gun on him. He's like, now you're going to die, copper. And then he's like, I don't believe that'll happen, mustache rip. Also, like the mustache, like, I understand, like, maybe this guy remembers you. He probably doesn't.
It's
though.
been 10 years. He's a scumbag.
Yes.
And then the Darby tries to pull the trigger anyway, and it injects him with a bunch of. It's like I don't even know what to describe this as. It's like a fucking Hellraiser device or something.
Yeah.
It shoots out all these spikes into his hand.
Yeah.
And then Gerard Butler explains that this is the toxins from the puffer fish.
I feel like this is the only way we're going to get you to take your medicine when you're in old age, Eric.
Of course, yeah. Just convince me that this is a real cop I need to kill.
Yes. Point this at this person you hate, Eric. You'll kill them. You'll kill them right there. Okay.
Oh,
I've been healed.
not again.
Vitality.
I was sitting at home mourning my family, watching old Simpsons episodes. Got the idea for the pufferfish gag.
It is ridiculous because he explains that like, oh, it's gonna paralyze you, but you're gonna feel everything. Every bit of pain you will feel.
You do not see Gerard Butler having to carry a very
Yeah, that's
large
a really
Darby back to the car because that is some shoulder work you're doing there, pal.
Well, this is 2009.
I went on Task Rabbit. Help me move a fat guy.
already got the rope.
Look, it's all cool. Just help me move this fat guy.
There's a good tip in it for ye. I'll tip ye on the app, and I'll give ye a little cash in person, too.
I got this guy who's on an improv team. He helped me move it.
I have to say, mentally, while watching this movie at this part right here, I called Gerard Butler's bluff. I was like, this is getting really Saw-y right here. Like, you're not gonna, oh, what's that? And then we cut to this fucking torture scene. I cannot believe it.
It's nuts. He's got the thing. He's got a neck brace on, and he's like, if you close your eyes, I'm gonna have to cut them out. And this box cutter, it's for your willy.
It's kind of funny because in this torture porn scenario, he's like, penis.
Yeah.
Like if there was like ever a time for some dick slang, dude.
You're ding-a-ling.
You can call me Dr. Giggles.
This box cutter's for ye tallywhacker.
Welcome back to Dick Slang with Gerard Butler here on the Sirius XM, the Man Network.
Channel 247.
Actually, James Vanderbeek's list from Varsity Blues was limited. Completely limited.
So not only is he giving
he's
slang
criticizing.
terms for penises, he's criticizing others' lists. I see.
The
Fair
Mushroom King? What's that?
Let's see what else is on.
So yeah, and he's like, oh, I'm also going to inject you with adrenaline to keep you awake. We don't want you passing out, man.
Absolutely. Also, Steve, by the way, he doesn't threaten to cut his eyes out. He flat out says he's going to cut his eyelids off.
Yeah.
He brings a mirror down, hanging over. There's a photograph of the wife and the daughter, and he's like, now they can watch you suffer.
Wait, why are ye getting an erection? No, don't look at it. All right, I'm taking it off.
Come on, buddy. Just give me one more yank. One more yank before I go. Come on, buddy. You got me here. I'm done for. Just do one more for me, buddy.
You gotta cut it off anyway. Just give me a victory lap.
I'm sorry for what I done, what I did, all the crimes and committed. Just give me one more wink. One more wink before I go.
Bruce Wayne.
But the picture, though, on the mirror, it's a wallet-sized photo.
Yeah.
And it's like 100. I'm like, wait, who's that? Who's that supposed to be?
He brings it down close, though, doesn't
A
he?
little bit, but even still, I mean, especially without my glasses, my God.
Is that the family I abandoned? I mean, yeah, I'm going to feel bad now.
Is that Carmen Electra?
All right, here comes that final boner.
I don't know why you put up an image of Dakota Fanning.
Is that Carmen Electra and Mackenzie Austin from the motion picture The Mating Habit of the Earthbound Human? Oh, no, it's not? Okay.
Thought it was a promotional image for that fine film.
Oh, it's a picture of your dead family? Excuse me, I don't have my glasses on.
You should have gotten it bigger. You know what Kinko's is?
Thought it was my favorite movie.
Well, why did you say that movie? That's my favorite movie. I've got to let you go now. Me plans.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
A decade's worth of plans blown because they both love the Earth. What is it? The mating habits of the Earthbound Human.
Right, one of our earliest episodes you can find in the archive on patreon.com/WeHateMovies.
So yeah, he fucking cuts this dude's legs off. He cuts his eyelids off. He cuts that cock off. He fucking decapitates this guy.
We do see the beginning of a buzzsaw going into his shin, which is like, oof, it's kind of good.
It's great.
It's kind of amazing. Earlier, the whole junk bond scene between Jamie Foxx and his daughter is like, just get me the DVD, sweetheart. I'll watch the DVD. We'll watch the DVD together. And we're saying DVD a bunch.
Oh, absolutely. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-bow.
I'm going to pay extra again on HD DVD. It's the new wave of the future, baby.
Oh, what a fucking miscalculation, Jamie Foxx.
So he gets a DVD special delivered to his house, and she's like, that must be the recital.
Oh, man, it's
and
awesome.
And even Regina Hall, this is a teaching moment. She's like, don't watch that. I want to watch it with your dad, blah, 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 when he gets home. And she's like, I'll watch it anyway. And that's when she watches this.
A snuff film.
Yeah.
And this is the biggest example of this movie. Jamie Foxx is a terrible fucking dad because Regina Hall calls him in hysterics and is like, this fucking DVD that our daughter just watched, it's a snuff film, and I think it's that dude that you sent away to jail for a little bit. I don't know what's going on here, but it's horrible, and she's traumatized. And he's like, all right, tell her it was fake, and I'll be home when I get home.
Well, that's the thing. I would be against it, except for he's dealing with naked Gerard Butler.
Oh, that's right.
In his little exile home with.
This is outstanding because they show up to try to arrest him because they're like, well, who could possibly be a suspect in this? And they mentioned Gerard Butler
Because
and
he was found in a property that Gerard Butler owned.
right because he owns all these. He's a gizmo inventor,
Tinkerer, we're told.
He
Which,
used
if
to-
anyone ever referred to me as that, I would find a new profession
But-
immediately.
What kind of profession? He's like, oh, he holds 22 patents, which he sold to buy industrial land. He used invent help to his advantage, or whatever.
I mean,
he
fuck.
was the guy that called that number.
He's the one guy.
That caveman has been telling me for 25 years to call that number with invention ideas, and no way. I think that's a scam.
Yes. And then Chris, he sees the police sirens coming, and he's like, all right, that'll disrobe.
I
The,
don't.
the most pretentious fucking I'm an engineer thing in the world. He's just fiddling with Da Vinci,
Da Vinci
flying
glider,
machine. He's like,
yeah.
all right, time to give it up. Time to go where Da Vinci only dreamed of going, killing a bunch of people.
Dude, if Da Vinci was given the chance, man, he would have fucking
Hold on a
executed
second.
tons of people.
Saw prequel, Da Vinci.
Oh,
Of course.
Not
Totally.
enough movies take place during the Renaissance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool
Yep.
era, a lot of flowing robes.
And
Want
you're
to
killing a
play
bunch-
a game.
You're killing a bunch of crooked cardinals and shit.
yeah.
I
Try
mean,
to make the gold machine again, like in Hudson Hawk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that gold machine.
But why does he get naked? I guess it just show that he's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fully
weapons.
cooperative.
But it is pretty pointed that he comes out in jeans. So some cop is like, "Put your jeans on."
I
All
love
right.
that scene.
Get down on the floor, motherfucker! I'll blow your fucking head out.
All right,
Put your
guys,
jeans on.
get ready. In the movie, I play Put Your Jeans On cop. Okay, I'm going to tell Gerard Butler he's got to put his jeans on. Oh, I was cut from the film, and my whole family's here at the premiere? That's embarrassing.
I guess I should have figured that me talking to a penis would have not made the movie.
All right, Mr. Show Off, put your jeans on.
By the way, Kevin, this is not his, like, hideaway house. This is his rich dude property house.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's a fucking baller-ass house in the middle of nowhere because he owns all the property around it.
But isn't like the nuclear plant right in the back, like in the cartoon?
I don't
It's-
recall that.
Takes place in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. So they're everywhere, yeah.
I'm just saying it's not like a Ted Kaczynski
No,
cabin.
no,
it's
no,
like
no.
a fucking nice house.
Yeah.
So they take him to a holding. This is when this movie gets a little silly.
He's in a fucking Magneto prison here.
Exactly.
What is this cell?
It's enormous. It's the size of a football field.
It's
It's
crazy.
octagonal for some reason, and it's like, why?
Yeah, we haven't used this since Hannibal Lecter came here. I
His
guess
1991 tour.
I guess this is number 2. He killed 2 scumbags. I guess it's the same thing. Hannibal fucking Lecter. I mean, the guy ate people. This is just some tinkerer in the back. Oh, I killed 2 poor scumbags. What to do?
I mean, he killed Darby, for Christ's sakes.
I mean, fucking Darby.
Hannibal Lecter killed doctors. Okay,
You mean
men of state.
Darby, the guy that went to the Gladiator Academy?
High marks at the Gladiator Academy. This is the sort of beginning of the tete-a-tete between the two. I like Jamie Foxx, but I always am like, somebody could do just as well. I don't know why it is. Like,
I
I've
feel
never
the
been.
same way for Gerard Butler.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
I think Jamie Foxx, when he's not being funny, is a mistake
I
usually.
honestly think they're both kind of fine in this.
Yeah,
they're
Ray
totally
was
good.
hilarious.
I mean, he's jovial at least.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. I was actually surprised. I was totally fine with him in this movie because I'm normally not really a Jamie Foxx fan.
Horrible Bosses is terrible. I think he's good in it. I
He
think he's
seemed-
good in Baby Driver.
He is very good, Baby Driver.
Yes, he seems a little restrained in this, like comparatively to some of his.
Because he's
other-
a straight man. Like, this
Yes.
is just him doing, like, it literally is almost the same character as Denzel Washington in Ricochet, actually.
Well, they
Now that I
actually
think about it.
Oh, we got to do Ricochet.
Yeah.
apparently Gerard Butler was supposed to be this character Nick, whatever the fuck, and Jamie Foxx was going to be
Oh, really?
Gerard Butler, but they
Oh,
switched
man.
for some reason.
That would have been so much better.
There would have been
Jamie
a huge
Foxx
different.
would have gone like all the way.
It would
in.
have been better too, because like you can understand why, as a black male, he'd be disenfranchised by the system.
Sure.
Yeah, you're actually right, because it's
Yeah.
this rich white dude who's like, yeah, this system's got problems. Come arrest me in my fucking forest mansion.
Yes, I killed like literally millions for the Department of Defense.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's his secret job later.
Right? Yeah, they mentioned that he had a DOD contract or something.
It just killed at free will, it seems.
That's when all the wheels of the movie just
Really
fall
just-
right off. And I'm like, what's this? It's almost like in The Rock.
What's this? Pardon. Pardon.
Give me my pardon pen. Baron, get my pardon pen.
We're pardoning Clyde, murdered family. Clyde murdered family. He's getting pardoned today.
Mr. Murdered Family here is also the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
I was seeing a note. There was a big feature on him on whitecomplaints.com
And
where
we're
I
all-
get all my news.
That just redirects to Fox News.
and we'll all remember poor little Tina murdered family who was killed with her murdered family.
Did someone say Murder Lago? I'm going there later today.
Oh, but don't even ask me about that Mrs. Murder Family. She cheated on Mr. Murder Family like a dog. I'm glad she's dead.
Dogs are cheaters. Like that poster of the dogs playing poker.
Oh yeah, those are
Yeah.
exactly. Those
Yeah.
are cheating.
I don't think fucking 12 dogs have all aces, dude. That's not how decks work.
That's 4 dogs.
Oh, whatever.
It's literally the name of the
12
painting.
Oh, it's 4 dogs?
Yeah, 4 dogs playing poker.
That's the name of the painting.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
You are a man of culture.
So like Jamie Foxx is like, you know what, man? Good on you for killing Darby. You're the best.
I
dude."
hate this shit. It's like,
Yeah.
listen, before any of the brass gets here, let me just say, I'm on your side, crazy murderer.
And again, Gerard. I mean, it's because he's got his plan. He's what he should be doing is like, I want to talk to me lawyer. I want representation. I'm not giving you nothing.
But he's like waived that immediately.
Yes, exactly.
We get this courtroom scene because like he basically like fucks over Jamie Foxx. Like Jamie Foxx thinks it's an open and shut situation, and Gerard Butler is like,
Well, because he's like, oh yeah. He's like, did you? He's like, yeah. I thought about killing him for years, and he's like, but what did you really hear me say? I said, thought about killing him.
check ye tape.
And everyone's like, is this guy a lawyer? Oh my God.
Is he a wizard? How'd he figure? What? He put a word in before the other word, and it changed the meaning of the sentence.
Going back to 7, get Richard Schiff in here as his lawyer.
Oh, I like that.
His wet noodle spined fucking lawyer.
Yes.
Richard Schiff does a great job at playing a dude who's shitty as hell at his job in that movie.
I just watched the end of Speed the other day.
Sick.
Richard Schiff plays the train attendant that gets shot by Dennis Hopper.
No way.
I swear to God, Schiff.
Oh,
He gets
man.
shifting. It's great.
That's amazing.
He comes
Love a
up
good
with
shifting.
everywhere where you never expect him.
He was just in everything in the 90s. But yeah, so like, yeah, he basically tricks him into thinking he has a confession, but he doesn't have a confession. Then at the bail hearing, it's the same judge as the one that let
Right.
that let Darby off, and he's just like, I want a bail for these reasons, and she's like, well, then actually you made a pretty compelling case. I'm gonna grant you bail.
No, he's against bail.
No,
You
at
you
first-
did.
fir-
I want bail for these reasons in Gerard Butler's voice.
No, he does say
At
that.
first, he
He
does.
says, I want
Yeah.
bail. I want bail because I'm not a flight risk. I would never do this.
Oh, I
would
see.
never do
I'm
that.
sorry.
He's
I
trying-
understand what you're
he's
saying,
trying
yes.
to throw like the system in her face, like, "Oh, I'm a law-abiding citizen." He says the title
Yes.
of the
Oh
film.
yeah, he does.
Boy, we
And-
could have fucking escaped that in the
That-
screenplay, man.
And he's just like, and they want to hold me without a shred of evidence. And then she's like, well, I guess you are kind of right. He's like, oh, really? Am I right? I just killed a bunch of people, you fucking B-word.
Yeah, he calls her. He's like, "Oh yeah, and you probably take it up the arse." And it's like, "What are we talking about, dude?"
Dude, you know what, man? You can fucking mouth off to this judge without bringing anal into it.
But it's also like, she's doing her job. She's like, yeah, I don't have enough evidence to hold you. That's how the law system has to work. I don't have a fucking crystal ball when I know who's guilty and who's fucking innocent. Gerard Butler.
But now he's like in contempt of court, so he's not going to get bail. And it's just like the whole thing is just this performative crap for no audience but himself.
Well, no, it's for all the white guys. And then I was like, oh, man, I read about that one guy who got off jail that fucking drove me nuts for years. And it's like, okay.
I fucking hate that Netflix documentary. I don't know, all of them. They're just murderers just getting off. Bullshit.
I've watched them all. I mean, I have watched all of them.
I watched them all, of course. And he goes to jail, and at this point he starts like saying, I'm gonna kill somebody unless you do X, right? That's kind of what the motions are.
Well, it starts with he's like, hey, I would prefer if you gave me a cool mattress in my jail cell.
He does an Edward Norton counselor.
Yeah, of course.
It's like Jamie Foxx is about to leave him. He's like, counselor. And then he turns back. He's like, look, you might not know where Richard Portnow is. You might want to call his wife or get me my fucking bed.
Oh, right, because he's asking about the mattress.
Oh, wait,
and he's
I
like,
guess that's different.
No,
No,
bed
because
is
Portnow...
before. He says, like, I will give you your confession if you give me a
Yes,
mattress.
that's the
confession.
thing.
That's
Yes.
what it is. So he gets the mattress, and then
you
he's
love
like,
making deals, don't you? Get me a mattress.
And he doesn't, but Bruce McGill loves making deals. So it gets done.
I want the one where I could jump on one side and leave a glass of wine on the other.
I saw the commercial.
Listen, I listen to podcasts and I want a Casper mattress.
It comes in a ruddy box.
You better not use a promo code. I want you paying full price.
You could take that promo code WHM and shove it up your arse, which you're already taking other things up.
Counselor, throw in a pillow. They have nice pillows.
Oh, now he's just being unreasonable.
It's after that.
I also want coffee because I just shit me pants.
So he also, after that whole mattress thing, he's like, I want a fucking steak from so-and-so with all the fixings and pommes frites. To which Jamie Foxx replies, fuck your pommes frites, which is another hilarious line.
Sure.
But then, so this is where he's like, oh, would the life of Bill Reynolds suffice? And it's like, oh, what's up with that dude? And he fucking man, and this is when I was like, this movie's getting crazy. And because I'm acknowledging it right now, I am ready to ride the crazy train because he's giving fucking coordinates.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, let's run to these coordinates.
My favorite part in the meeting is Colm Meaney just says some little thing and he's like, oh, is that right, dumbass?
Oh, dude, him calling him a dumbass was a hard laugh out loud.
In reference to the mattress, because like Colm Meaney's like, I think the mattresses that come, like the cots that are in the cells are bolted to the ground.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what the wrenches are for, dumbass.
That's right. Yeah, that's what a wrench
I'm
is.
just like waiting for him to call Jamie Foxx a butthead.
But he does get his steak, and he's having and he's like, I want a steak and an iPod too.
I listen to me music when I eat my cream spinach and my pommes frites.
This is gonna make no sense, but I want late Who and early Deftones on it, and that's it.
Dude, the music in this movie fucking stinks.
What does he play?
It is the Who and the Deftones.
That's
Is it
exactly
really?
right. Yeah.
The
I
Who-
didn't know they were that bad.
Oh, the Who sucks, man.
The Who
Yeah,
Sorry.
you could fucking shove it.
Late
up
Who
someone's
specifically.
ass.
Ah.
But yeah, he's listening to the Who, but then I don't want to spoil it right now because the thing happens before, but we'll get to while he's eating the dinner and some action happens. That's when the Deftones kick in.
There is a great, he's like, I want steamed asparagus. And he gets it, and that's what he's like, the coordinates are 14, take 20 paces. And he takes a bite of the steamed asparagus, and it sounds like he's eating an apple. And I'm like, that's not what steamed asparagus tastes.
Bad
sounds
fucking
like.
Foley.
Absolutely.
Also, bad continuity editing here because he's like, and he takes the bite.
He's like Bugs Bunny with a carrot.
They cut to fucking Jamie Foxx looking like, oh, what's this motherfucker like? Want his piss to stink or something?
Yeah.
Ooh, asparagus. But then it cuts back to Gerard Butler, and he takes another bite, and it's the fucking whole asparagus again. He does it.
There's also a line that's like, what time is it? I said to have it by 1.
Yes.
It's 108.
Oh,
Right,
right,
and
which
this
plays
plays
into the
into
whole
the-
thing because Mr. Richard Portnow's character.
You should have kept your word.
Wasn't anybody else waiting for him to like make a stink because he didn't get pommes frites?
Oh, right. Yeah.
He just
yeah.
gets macaroni and cheese and asparagus.
It's truffle mac and cheese,
Oh,
though, dude, and that
excuse
will
me.
replace. As much as I love pommes frites, that will replace pommes frites any day of the week.
But he gets
But you
his
want, I
steak.
don't know. You kind of want. I mean, I guess mac and cheese is a bit of a starch, but with the cheese, it's more savory. I kind of even a baked potato would do.
I think there is a little bit of a plot hole here because I believe he orders the steak like medium, little seared,
yes.
and when it gets delivered, the waiter that comes into jail to give this to him says that it's medium rare and seared.
Yes.
So the cook might be a little off. Is all I'm saying.
Well,
from
he's
what he
gonna.
ordered.
I mean, where this goes, that cook is on the list. That cook is
Absolutely.
definitely on the list.
Absolutely, that dude's fucked.
Dude's
the
gonna somehow
fucking-
explode.
The dude, and here's the thing,
Yes.
movie, and I know you're a movie, and you're gonna do very movie-esque things.
Sure.
But like, okay, this whole thing is this fucking crazy criminal mastermind has ordered this meal. Fair enough.
Uh-huh.
You do not need this fucking waiter in his fucking waiter
No.
monkey suit
Yes.
pushing the meal on a cart with the silver platters.
It comes in a brown paper bag thing with handles.
And Roscoe, the fucking corrections officer, delivers it. Dude, get this waiter the fuck out of here.
It's like a room service scene. It's
Yeah.
like we're in a hotel room.
Yeah,
It's,
it's so
give
weird.
yourself a 30% tip.
What are you talking about? You're not giving any tips to any. What the fuck is this? Oh, Richard Portnow's dead in the ground, by the way.
Yes,
Yes.
they go to the coordinates and he's dead. And he's like, "Oh, what was the time of expiration?" It's like, "Oh, it was 5 minutes ago." It's like, "No, if we gave him a mistake on time, we would have made it." What a genius!
Oh,
And that's
yep.
where it gets really fucking like Saw-esque because he's like, oh, he had exactly enough oxygen
Yes.
to live until 1:15 p.m. Gerard Butler demanded by 1 p.m. we have it. It took us 15 minutes to get here. We were 8 minutes late.
Because the non-character of the warden was like,
Yes.
put it through the detectives twice.
Oh, right. Yeah, this warden who they're like sort of revving up to be a more piece of shit character.
Nah.
Kind of goes nowhere.
Yeah,
He
fuck-
doesn't get his, does
He
he?
disappears. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
Tate?
dies.
But he's on the list.
He dies.
They're all on the list.
He dies on the way back to his home planet.
Yes.
There is, and like so. He's got this cellmate who you've seen in one other scene when he gets to the bed and he's like,
I thought this dude was fucking Hunter Hearst Helmsley, man. You see this
the
guy?
big fucking dude. And he's like, Gerard Butler's like, "Hey, that bed's for one only."
Yeah, no guy on guy fucking.
And then he's like, "Oh, cool. Well, let's hang out." And he's like, "You're probably gonna be mad if you don't get any of me steak." And first of all, if this guy is doing mastermind shit, he gets a private cell. Like you don't put him with
Yeah.
anybody else anyway.
Yeah, they learned this lesson a little too late, though, unfortunately.
Because he's like, "Oh yeah, you want some steak?" And they're eating steak, and the steak looks pretty good.
It is like back-to-back gay jokes, though.
Yes, it is.
Because he's like,
this is
oh,
a dad movie. It's a shitty dad movie.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you got yourself a girlfriend on the outside.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, I got a couple of bitches back home or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah. No boyfriends inside, right? Oh.
And they both like have a hearty chuckle about it.
Yeah, it's like a cutesy, like, oh, shut up. Oh, shut up, you. Shut up.
And he's like, "Oh, and do me a favor. I'll just put my music up a little louder." And this is the Deftones, I believe.
Yeah.
And
is
he
this
starts-
off of White Pony, this
No,
album?
this is Adrenaline. This is
Okay.
engine number 9.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
this is also not good.
Shut up,
Yeah,
Eric.
this
Eric,
is-
shut up.
I'm with Eric on this one.
Steve, shut up. Eric, shut up, too.
But it's like I thought like maybe we would get Gerard Butler building an inmate army of some kind and impressing these folk because he's like the Joker in Arkham.
Yeah.
Totally.
When are we getting corn tickets, by the way? When's that going to happen?
We should do that. That's
What
a
is the
company.
venue?
I am actually seeing the
Barclays Center.
Deftones in
Dude,
August.
the fucking audacity.
Of what? The Barclays Center?
Daring to play the Barclays Center.
Dude.
Does the
fucking
Barclays Center
corn?
have windows? Because it better.
They're gonna blow them out because it's fucking awesome. Now, honestly, like, would people be interested in a Patreon like after Korn concert review?
little corn cap, dude.
Yeah,
Ooh,
little
I like a
corn
little
cap.
corn cap.
Korn recap.
What's the other? But Faith No More.
Faith No
Yeah.
More. Is,
That's
we
not a
could
bad
we could
bill.
show up
it's
late.
good.
No, I would like to leave early, actually, to be quite honest.
Corn over Faith No More. Damn.
No, I mean, Faith No More is
Are
opening.
they opening for
Yeah,
Corn?
Yes, they are.
Sure.
Corn,
Really?
dude, this
Corn's
is
a
the
draw.
Corn victory lap, dude. They already won the war.
That's okay.
We honestly got it. We got to get tickets.
I saw a dude. Where the hell was I? Oh, I was at a discount store. And
Yeah,
this
that
dude-
checks out. You know what
Yeah.
story checks out so far?
This dude was wearing a Follow the Leader shirt, and I was like, "Wowza!"
Was it like tattered or was it like this dude re-upped?
No, I think he was.
Was he a time traveler?
Yeah, he was smoking because he just came from a time tunnel.
No, that was the stench.
Doc Brown's following after this dude. It's air cold.
ID.
Doc Brown pulls out a fucking suitcase of merch for all the other eras.
No. Don't wear the freak on a leash. Not in 2019 or 2020, whatever year it is.
All right, wear the junior senior headband. We're in 2003 now.
What's the date of the concert?
September 3rd, I believe.
Something to think about.
If I'm not at the Toronto Film Festival by then, which I don't think I am actually, I will go see Corn.
We should
do
jump
it.
on this immediately.
think
Gotta get in the pit.
No,
No. I'll be far away.
No.
drinking
Get
beer.
us nosebleeds.
Yeah.
So I could eat fucking chicken fingers and drink Pepsi Cola.
Yeah, I'm not going to be on the floor with these people. Are you kidding me? The diehards? No way.
You gotta get the experience, man.
I might buy Jinko jeans and wear them. If
Oh,
I can
really?
find
Okay.
Jinko jeans, I might buy Jinko jeans. And wear them.
Amazon.timetravel.com, dude.
You should see
I
if
love the idea of also cosplaying at the corn concert.
if you I'm sure at some point they did a crossover between Big Dog Clothing and Corn.
Nice.
Corn, all the big dogs.
Corn dogs, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I would try to walk in with Bugle Boy, but they'd beat the
Oh.
fuck out of me.
Yeah, they'd
That's a
have you.
big dog.
They take that horn and shove it up your ass, dude.
So,
Uh-huh.
Oh, so at the same time as they're discovering Richard Portnow's fucking expired corpse in a
hilarious
hole.
Portnow corpse, by the way.
Absolutely. Is it a puppet made to look like him?
I
Or
don't
they
know.
put that old man in a hole?
I think they put that old man in a hole.
They
oh,
put-
man.
They put a old man in the hole. Unless
Where am I going?
Hey, you'll eat after. You eat after. Just get in the hole.
I told you I'm not dead yet. Yeah, at the same time this is happening, Gerard Butler's like, ye comfortable.
Yeah.
Ye liking my white pony track. Or not white pony.
adrenaline.
Damn it. Anyway, this all happens. He fucking takes this T-bone and jabs it into this dude's neck like 1,000 times. And
It's
I was
great.
like, where do I sign? I'm still on board for this movie.
A fountain of blood. It is impressive.
It's kind of the best scene in the
insane.
movie, actually. Like the best kill. Because like
Yes.
you think it's going to be Darby, but you only see his leg. I mean,
Yeah.
you hear about what happened to Darby. It's bad. But this guy gets it
Brutal.
going.
Did anybody check out the Tribune trivia about this scene?
No.
Apparently, this scene was like way more violent and was the sole cause of this movie originally being rated NC-17.
But why? Again, like I mean, like his point is he wants to get in solitary confinement for reasons like again, Darby didn't get it that bad. You know what I
Did
mean?
he
Like
fuck the corpse in the original version?
I bet he fucking ripped his throat out and played it like a goddamn duck call.
By the way, they send you to solitary confinement if you beat somebody up.
yes, yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
gotta
exactly.
nearly decapitate
No.
a guy with a steak bone.
My wife and child died, so
Uh-huh.
therefore a bunch of more or less innocent people that have nothing to do with me should also die.
Absolutely.
Oh, the paper boy who delivered the paper to the judge that day, he's going away. He's going to be strung up. He's going to die.
All the other people in Paperboy are gonna die. The guy's carrying the two big panes of glass back and forth.
Totally, that fucking nasty ass dog. He's
Yeah.
dead.
Cubert's dead. He's on the list too.
Oh, all the old arcade friends?
Super Mario Brothers, Zelda and Link.
Oh no.
Oh shit! He thought that was a potion, but it was a poison.
This is unedible food.
That's not gonna keep you warm in the mountains.
Your arrow broke.
Oh, little Mac isn't gonna fucking be able to knock anybody out because he's dead.
Oh, sorry about that burger, chef. Looks like your burger time's up.
Looks like Tapper tapped his last beer.
Tapper tapped out.
There, that's
That's
the one.
correct.
So yeah, both of these dudes are dead.
And like, there's a lot of like, oh man, and like Gerard Butler, I think at this point he's like, listen, if you don't let me out tomorrow by 6 a.m., I'm gonna kill everybody.
Sure, yeah. And this is so in the meantime, now we're on the clock, and they've already discovered about he has some wild past. They get in contact with the dude who played Doug Stamper on House of
Yeah.
Cards.
Michael Kelly, I think
Yes,
his name
Michael
is?
Kelly, that's it.
I shared a plane with him one time.
Oh,
to
cool.
and from South by Southwest.
Oh, cool.
2 planes.
I saw him outside of a bar once, and a friend of ours bothered him, and like he was just sort of like he was really nice about it, but he was like, the second he saw me, this guy looks a lot like me, and the two of us are standing outside smoking a cigarette. He's like, oh fuck, he's like, he's getting off
2 of them.
exactly. He was getting off his bike, and he was like chaining it up. He's like, oh fuck, this is the wrong place. And then immediately I was like, you're awesome in House of Cards. Yeah, I know I am, buddy. And he was very nice about it, but you could tell he did not want
Okay, that one's a House of Cards fan. That may be a law-abiding citizen. That's what I'm thinking here. Shit.
You're fucking reminding me of the time I drunkenly accosted Todd Barry in the Village.
That
Scared
sounds
the
right.
shit out of that guy.
But he's like, yeah, man, he's the greatest fucking assassin we ever had. He's a genius, and if he wants you dead, you're dead. One time he killed some guy with a weighted tie. And I was like, what? And it's like a carbon fiber tie.
I think it's a thing where he's sort of insinuating, this is what I took away from it, and maybe I'm thinking way too like James Bond here, but like the way that he describes what he made the tie out of, I thought it was a thing where it was like Gerard Butler had to press a button and the tie just kept tightening and strangled the dude.
Like the Brad Pitt thing from The Counselor.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Something to that effect.
That's a great, that's
man.
what a classic.
Fucking great movie.
Never saw it.
Still haven't.
It
Bad
is
movie,
so
I
gr-
need to
two
do
great
it.
I
bets.
disagree highly on that. It's a good movie.
Is
It's
that
a
an
good
Oliver Stone movie?
No, that's a
Ridley
Ridley
Scott.
Scott.
With Cormac
Oh.
McCarthy doing the script.
Yeah.
And this is they have sex with cars.
That is one part of it, which
Nice.
is fantastic.
I
That's
like
pretty cool. Someone smoshing on that
They
gear
fucking
shift.
smash Mater, dude.
Hey, cool, I'm getting laid. Finally, as a truck.
Finally getting my tailpipe smashed.
Nice. Yeah, you would, mater.
Taking it up, ye tailpipe.
Just like the judge made it.
Anyways, so
around
like,
here is where the judge gets killed.
oh, that's right. It's a great thing where it's like, no, you know what? This is the best death in the movie. Absolutely.
Yeah, without question.
It
So-
made me jump, and then I laughed, and then I rewound and watched it
I
again.
still don't understand the logic or how this is happening. I
'Cause
guess he's pulling the trigger because he's got a secret.
No, I
way
think
out
the
of
phone
prison.
has a gun in it.
The phone has a gun in
It's-
it.
They say a bomb. It's
Oh,
yeah.
a bomb.
Okay.
There's a
Steve.
bomb. I thought there was a sniper out the window.
It's a-
I was
There's
way
a
off.
bomb in a phone.
It's the little bomb you have to wind up.
I mean, listen, it was the thing where I looked down at my laptop to take a note, and I looked back up, and this woman was dead, and I was like, well, rewind away.
Because like it's Bruce McGill and Jamie Foxx go to the judge. They're like, look, we just need to hold him for 24 hours. We want to like make sure he can't talk to anybody because this is crazy. Da da da. All this stuff is like. She's like, well, I guess I will come to your side this time. And
They
like,
make a joke about they all have a laugh. And this is what I think this movie does a bad job, but what it's trying to do right here is get everybody, my fucking, impressionable ass included, on Gerard Butler's side because the three of them have a hearty laugh after one of them is like, I think the judge is basically like, so what you want me to do is use my judgery to violate his civil rights. And they're like, well, yeah.
Well, the thing that she gets a phone call and she gave Jamie Foxx shit at the
Yes.
beginning of the movie for taking a phone call and thing. And she's like, well, I'm the judge, so I get to take it, right?
She says, I'm a judge. I can basically do whatever I want.
yes,
is the
and
thing.
immediately her phone again, either an explosion, it just
The
shoots her in
earpiece
the
just
head.
blows something up.
They
Yes.
call it a bomb later.
Yes,
They,
and
one of the
and
cops.
she just jumps off the chair and she is DEA dead.
It's fucking awesome.
It's a good death. It's
Wow,
a good
I
death
was
in the-
surprised.
Mhm. And then it's like, oh my God, you killed the judge. This is when he's like, yeah, let me go by 6 a.m. or else it's going to be real fucking havoc.
I'm gonna kill everyone
He does say everyone.
because this is very important. Because the next morning, they're all looking at the clock like they're all gonna drop dead at the same. Like it's
Yeah.
a curse, or it's like
Yeah, totally.
Christopher Walken's The Prophecy, and he just said, "You will all die."
You're totally right, Chris. I was thinking they all thought there was some sort of like fucking hex put on them. 6 a.m.
It'd be cool if like he was up all night painting pentagrams and like Lord Satan, come to me.
He's cutting himself.
Yeah.
And then the drag me to hell devil, the goat-legged
Oh,
fucker
yeah.
comes
Oh,
out.
man, I'm due for a rewatch.
It's a great movie.
That movie
I
rules.
remember
That dude
liking it.
rules in that movie too.
I'm excited for Sam Raimi doing Doctor Strange.
Absolutely.
But he
That'd
should
be
make, by law, we should compel him to make a drag me to hell type movie every 7 years.
Absolutely.
Every 7
You
years,
know
just
what?
give me one.
Every 5 years.
Yes, exactly. Just
What are you fucking doing, dude?
give me a 90-minute fucking horror fest, and I'm
Yes.
in it.
I forget how involved he was with Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yeah, I
A
don't
little
know.
bit.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Good show.
I didn't finish it yet. I have it.
It
but
ends
I
well
need
too.
I need
It's
to
a good
finish
show.
it.
I'm still in the first season, and I fell off it for no other reason than I just like.
Too much TV.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I really liked
I'm
it. Though.
Actually,
Too much
I,
TV.
I was halfway through the end season. I got a few episodes left, and somehow I didn't get to it. But I am going.
I mean, it has everything that makes those movies awesome in
Yeah.
it. Like, I was surprised how well it transferred over.
Mhm.
But like, it's fucking hilarious. It's brutal, like comically violent. You
Yeah.
know,
But I want-
totally, and fucking half-hour episodes.
Ooh.
It's
what you
where
want.
you
Yeah.
wanna be. Fuck.
So it's the next morning, like, well, 6 o'clock, we beat the clock. And there's this thing between Jamie Foxx and Leslie. Leslie Bibb has this scene where she's like, did we do the wrong thing here? Did we?
Yeah.
She's like, you know what? I'm 35. I'm not going to have kids. I just need, and Jamie Foxx is like, you know what? No one told you not to. It's like-
She's basically like, I threw my whole life away
Yes.
so I could work for you. And I love working for you. But did we fuck that guy over?
and he's
She
like,
turns around, looks at him. I don't want my career to blow up.
yeah. And then like everyone, like this whole team of like 10 people who have not been in the movie up to this point, all get into various cars and they all start exploding. And Leslie Bibb gives a mother.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's a
fucking
zoom
great.
in. I also thought, and I mean, like this better movie coming up here. There's this thing about like she has a secret boyfriend named either Chip or Chester.
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 Nobody knows. It's like, oh, Chip, Chester, da 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 da. And I kept thinking that she was secretly in on it. Like, because there's
That would be
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah. Oh, good call. I didn't think that at all, but it would
I
be a
got
nice twist.
remarried.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
that might have been like a script change or something.
Because
because
they
it's like
kind
a
of-
loose thread almost.
They play
also
with it.
they keep making mention of like, oh, you have to be working with somebody.
Exactly.
And then he's like, oh, you're not going to believe who I'm working with. Also, we'll never say this again. Like, they just drop it.
Well, it has because the payoff for this thing is an email.
Yeah.
Literally an email.
So she explodes, and I was
Yeah.
even at this point, I was like, did we really see her blow up? Because I was on this thread, like I wrote in my notes, like she's in on it,
Yeah.
and I was like, did we? And
And whereas I rewound to watch that judge hilariously
Yeah.
get murdered, I was like, well, I think she's dead. I missed it. But you know what? If she doesn't show up for the rest of the movie, she's dead. Thankfully, they do go to her funeral in like the very next scene.
The other guy is the guy who just comes on to say the N-word in American Gangster.
Yep.
Oh, wow. It's that guy?
It's just he's just there and he's just like, yeah, fuck it, we got him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in the beginning, there's this thing where it's like, oh, you got to take my job, huh, Jamie Foxx? And I'm like, is he going to say it again?
There was a mention that Jamie Foxx's car is untouched.
Oh,
so
right,
Gerard
yes.
Butler is
Saving ye for the last.
exactly.
And
Oh,
yeah, so
right.
then the next scene is Leslie Bibb's funeral, or maybe it's a mass funeral for all these people. And like,
We're putting them all in the same grave.
oh no, actually, the next scene is actually
Grave.
the next scene is Viola Davis dressing them down like they're fucking Zach Morris and AC Slater.
Yes.
And it's she's great in this movie. I was really happy to see her show up.
Totally. A
Not enough.
2009 Viola Davis.
Not enough Viola Davis.
No, but like she wasn't a huge actor at this point.
Sure.
Yeah.
She just
Um,
comes in as like, you fucking idiots, like blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah,
You get
blah.
like a doubt portion of her
Yes.
about.
And then, yes, of course, it's like Bruce McGill being like, I don't know, maybe they're at the funeral and he's like, I don't know, maybe we did fuck up. And he puts his hat on, which is great.
Yep.
And he gets in the car in front of Jamie Foxx, and you see this
This
robot.
is insane. This is like
It's like fucking Johnny Five.
to contextualize this for people who also read the Star Wars EU. It's like Daharhan.
Oh, of
shows up,
course.
obviously.
Excellent.
Everyone knows who that is.
Spot on reference.
That's the bounty hunter that had a gun for a head.
I see.
For some reason, they didn't bring this into the new Disney era.
I have
But
no idea
anyway.
why.
Thank you. That's my exact read on the
Well,
situation.
Mandalorian season 2, you might
Yeah.
see
No,
it.
there
right?
you
Don't-
go.
Daharhan shows up. I'm losing my shit.
Something tells me it's not happening.
But he might happen on the Gleep Glossary. At
Oh,
the
yeah,
$8
well, that-
level
yeah.
on patreon.com.
By the way, Jamie Foxx and Bruce McGill, like high ups, they are like under attack. You'd think they have some security, but no, nobody sees this gigantic gun.
It's an
fucking
enormous robot. And like even like they're stopped for a second, and Jamie Foxx is like, "What the fuck is that?"
It
And
is insane. You are in a cemetery where it's like white tombstone, white tombstone, white tombstone. Oh, gigantic silver robot with like fucking tank treads on it.
Rocket
White
launcher.
tombstone. How do you miss this fucking thing?
It's like a chain gun and a bazooka next to each other, sitting on like a fucking thing, and it starts chain gunning at the fucking procession. Lights up Bruce McGill.
How did
pretty-
it get there?
Exactly. You see someone twist.
Practice.
I thirst for blood. I kill every cast member of Animal House.
I used to
Oh
be.
shit! He got Niedermeyer.
He did
fucking
get-
fought for the Vietnamese.
I used to be a pun master 5000, and they turned me bad.
Now, instead of 101 knock-knock jokes, I present to you 101 ways to kill a cop. So he gets fucking lit up. And then, like, after he's laying there dead in this car, pretty much, the robot is like, rocket right to this fucking car. It does the car explosion where it flips over on
Oh,
itself.
totally.
Which that lets you know that's movie language for you know what? Everybody's dead.
I'm on fire today. Swoosh.
Still
Swoosh.
got it.
Swoosh.
Don't let them tell you you can't have two passions.
I know I'm supposed to hate this robot, but I kind of love him.
He's charming as hell,
Oh,
and he
we can't-
followed his dreams.
God damn, we can't. That robot lawyered up immediately. I want my lawyer.
Tonight on Jimmy Fallon, the fucking killer robot.
Get your fingers out of my antennas.
Hey Jimmy, I'm not gonna sing karaoke. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
What is password?
Jamie Foxx is sworn in as like the temporary DA. Like Viola Davis is like, get in here. We got to do this real quick.
It's like the fuck you promotions. You fucking loser. I hate you so fucking much.
Yeah, totally.
Here's a promotion.
I am doing this under protest.
Mhm.
More Tribune trivia here really quickly. The dude who's like in the middle of that scene, it's like Jamie Foxx, Viola Davis, and then there's a dude in the middle holding the Bible. IRL, mayor of Philadelphia.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
There's this thread where she's like, everyone's afraid in the streets. I'm like, why? I don't know. Like, I'm not a police officer. I'm
Yeah,
not
I didn't
a
have
fucking,
anything to do with this dude's botched court
I'm
case.
still, you know what? I'm still going to the 76ers game tonight. I don't know. Fuck it.
Well, I did kill a woman and her little girl. Wait, that wasn't his, right?
No, you're good.
Oh, good. All right, then.
Wait, did I kill that guy's family?
I mean, half of Philadelphia
Oh,
wonders
shit.
that every day, right?
Oh,
They're
shit.
tough as nails
Wait,
out there.
I threw batteries at a little girl at a Phillies game. Wait, no. Okay, no, but she lived.
Oh, but I threw up on that little boy at that Flyers game. Could that have? No, he didn't have a boy perfect.
I strangled the Philly fanatic, but don't let me go.
I did
Oh, that's the key to the city.
Yeah,
I suffocated a woman with a cheesesteak one time.
Oh, if in this movie he killed the Philly fanatic, what a
Whoa.
the
Dude.
killer robot gets Philly fanatic. All right, killer robot, you've got one more job.
He's gonna try to entertain you with a bunch of weed dancing. and horn honking.
The Phillies were playing that night and he wasn't there. That night my family died. He must die.
I have to clear the way for Gritty.
Oh man, Gritty.
Right,
That's
he's
been his
Philadelphia, right?
disguise. He tunneled out and got on the Gritty suit.
Oh my God, Gerard Butler in the movie adaptation of Gritty.
He's the
Nice.
voice of Gritty.
Absolutely.
It's like a Vin Diesel Guardian situation, except for I am Groot. He's just saying, "Ark."
Oh no, he should be the Kathy cartoon adaptation.
Well, Kathy had some other lines from time to time.
Yeah, like you killed my family.
Where's me ice cream?
Chocolate.
This diet sucks. Ark.
Oh man, she's saying what we're all thinking.
She is. That diet does suck. So I don't
Me
think-
knitting club said they cancelled, but they just cancelled on me. Ark.
Double milkshakes. Lifesaver, right?
Didn't she got married at some
She
point?
did. She
Yeah.
finally found happiness and
Good for
avoided
her.
suicide again. Old Kathy.
This is Kathy.
Paramount loses $400 million on Kathy adaptation. Analysts say it was the hiring of Gerard Butler as the titular Kathy.
Yes, my snacks will black out the sun.
And we'll snack in the shade.
Done that before. I don't know. So whatever. But like, this is the sort of end of it where it's like,
thank God.
it's like, oh man, let's go to all of his work. Chester sends an email like, hey,
Well, I think Chester, by the way, because there's all this shit about Leslie Bibb is investigating financial shit in Panama.
sure.
Yes.
Oh, the Panama
Because it was
stuff.
like shell corporations that he was involved with bought all these industrial properties.
Thank God she's murdered in this movie,
Yeah.
man, because you finally stop hearing about all that shit.
And he's like, oh, in the email, it's like, these are all of his properties in the city. You can go look them up. And
He gets
It's
a
all
list,
by price.
the
point.
prices, and then he has
Got
to
it.
look through recent real estate.
Dude, there's a scene in this movie where Jamie Foxx is doing research in a library, and come on.
Yeah, it's like let's look up all the industrial zones purchased in this town. Compare those prices with the amounts from his bank account. You are asleep.
no, I'm like, where is that fucking killer robot? I was, you can't just give me that guy
At
in the
least
middle.
show me him getting cuffed.
He should be your sidekick at this point.
Dude, there's a deleted scene where a bunch of crooked Philly cops, like in the middle of the night, take that dude and they've deactivated his like tank treads and they just leave him on train tracks.
This is inhumane. Good thing you're not humane.
Will anybody help me? Will anybody help me?
What's that? Oh my God, it's Gritty. He's saving him.
Lifts up Killbot, and now they're together.
Love lift us up where we belong.
Oh, yes.
But
They
so,
discover that Gerard Butler hilariously has purchased a property that's next door to the jail.
next door to the jail. Oh, by the way, we should say that he's in solitary confinement in fucking the prison from fucking the Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know where this is.
There's a lot of blue lighting here.
Yes.
It's an old timey cell door.
And like Colm Meaney and Jamie Foxx find this hatch that goes inside of his cell, and it's like, he's been getting out the whole time.
I think
Right.
there's a line that like he dug into all these cells. I think
Yeah.
it's multiple cells.
Okay, so he's got every one wired.
which is like, so he dug into every cell while they were occupied, installed doors.
And just you stay there, and hey, stay in solitary. You're a bad guy.
This is for a future plot. I'm not breaking ye out.
Look, Jamie Foxx, we thought about everything. Holes in the wall? No, we didn't think about that. The Shawshank Redemption special? No, I did not think about that. I apologize.
Come to think of it, it's kind of weird that a man in 2009 would have a poster of Raquel Welch.
Yeah, so they, whatever. The end of this movie is they find out that Gerard Butler has planted a briefcase bomb in, they say this at least 3 times, the caucus room.
It's under the caucus room, and guess what? It is like napalm, like you never saw before. It'll take out this floor and the caucus room.
Yes.
Which, by the way, the mayor, it looks like fucking admirals of the Navy are fucking
It looks-
meeting
it
in this
looks like
caucus room.
The Doctor Strangelove.
Yes,
death
I was
that
going to
they're
say
all
it's the
getting
war
locked-
room.
Well, because she's like, the city is under siege. We need to find something. I don't care if it's the Patriot Act or whatever. We're gonna get him out of Philadelphia.
Gentlemen, you can't caucus in here. It's the caucus room.
There's no caucusing in the caucus room.
Look, we've tried everything. Oh, camera in his cell. No, we didn't think about that. No, we didn't think about that.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
fuck, 24-hour surveillance, son of a bitch.
Like
didn't
a guy,
think about
a
that.
guy that like just stands out in front of his cell. No.
Keep it open. No.
That's
Okay.
why it's hysterical, because what Viola Davis says in this very brief scene is like, how can one man be smarter than the FBI, the DOD, the Philly P? And I'm like, well, none of you thought to have a single soul watch
Yeah, they
this
had
guy.
the Epstein guys guard him.
Well, you know
Lord
what? Those
almighty.
guys fought for their 3-hour breaks, and
Yeah.
they should take them.
And now they're all transferring to other
But
prisons.
like,
Weird.
He's just leaving whenever he wants out the just door he's installed in solitary confinement, going down into his own facility where he's got an array of costumes.
The most amazing thing we find out is that he has been holding down a full-time job as the janitor
Yes.
of the fucking city building just to get this done.
And also, he's been doing the Ferris Bueller thing with
Yeah.
the pillows under the blanket. And, like, you know what, dude? You see someone just all tucked up in there, you give it a poke. Speaking of Ferris Bueller, that's going to be our We Love Movies episode this month. That was requested at the $5 level on Patreon, FYI.
Oh,
Well
we
done.
tried everything. Oh, poking the bed. No, we didn't try that. We
But
didn't
wait,
try poking the bed.
it's the beginning. It's Gerard Butler giving himself a mohawk in the prison shower.
Wait, Kevin, you're saying that you believe that Gerard Butler's punching the clock as this guy?
He
No,
has to be.
People are like, "Hey, Reg," and he's like,
Yeah.
yeah."
Nomos.
Nope, Nomos, which is the fucking name of the company. He's just a dude.
No,
to
no,
them.
but he's like, oh, you have a black eye. I saw you yesterday.
He's
You didn't
been
have
there
a-"
at least
He's
one
been
more of the
there.
time. He's been
Really?
Yeah.
I
I
didn't get.
recognizes him.
I thought he was just in disguise as the regular guy.
No.
Oh, Christ. All right, I've got to plant bombs in Leslie Bibb's car tomorrow, but I've also got an 8-hour shift, maybe on me lunch break.
These floors aren't going to wax themselves.
It's fucking stupid.
All right, maybe if I switch with James, he'll take care of it. I owe him from last time anyway.
can you cover me shift? Speaking of fucking Korn and Faith No More, he is dressed up with some bad chin facial hair
yeah.
in this little
And
get
he's
up.
got a skull hat on, too.
Yeah, dude, he's got the life all right.
Oh, I got the car explosions tomorrow. You better get a job at Jiffy Lube today.
Not enough hours in the day, really. So they find it, and like they are pretty confident about moving this fucking explosive.
Yeah, okay. They have this one dude who's like the timid bomb guy. They're like, "Where's the bomb squad?" And this guy's like, "Me."
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, this one." He's like, "It's napalm. It'll blow up this street, that street, the whole thing."
Activated by cell phone, we're told.
Gotcha. So it's the last scene of him and Jamie Foxx and Gerard Butler. And like Gerard Butler comes back into his cell. It's kind of amazing. He's like, good day, a crime. And he's like, welcome back. He's like,
Dude, it's like when you would sneak home after like being out late partying and your fucking dad, maybe this is just me, your dad is literally sitting in the
Yeah,
living room with the lights off.
But the car has no scratch on it. I swear it.
So they just have this big talk off kind of a deal. And he's like, I'm telling you right now, don't call in that, bomb.
yes.
It'll be the last thing you do, blah, 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 blah. He fucking calls it. And what's that beep, boop, bop? They fucking put it in Gerard Butler's cell.
Well, they say something about it's going to be 30 seconds after. And he hits
Right.
it. He's like, I think you've got like 30 seconds to live. And he's like,
Yeah, and closes the door, and Gerard Butler's just consumed in slow motion flames.
It's really a Simpson, you diabolical.
Yeah, because he
moment.
does give like, and the very slow motion flame thing with there's like CGI flames behind him.
Probably also seen in a Korn music video, not for nothing.
Yeah.
And also, I'm sorry, but like at least 10 guards are dying in this blaze, right?
Yeah.
No, maybe they evacuated. They knew what was going to
Oh
happen.
well,
Or
all
may-
the people in the solitary confinement
Oh,
were
that's for sure.
going, who cares?
Maybe when you found out the tunnel thing, maybe you call it in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Maybe
because you're
you
not a
call
cop.
it in.
Although, cut to the funniest shot in the movie is Colm Meaney running through the tunnel, like after having placed the suitcase.
Yes.
Because he's slow mo, like, ye got 25 seconds. And
And
he's like, oh.
You better believe he's beat red.
Well, he's moving.
Yeah.
So.
He's got the 3 jackets on him too.
He's not standing behind the transporter panel in this movie.
Jamie Foxx walks away from the smoking building and goes to the recital.
Yeah, he makes his daughter's cello recital. Which, by the way, I mean, what is the timeline? Once we get to that 10 years later and he's missing recitals,
Yes.
what is the timeline between recitals here? Because I feel that's too many recitals within the span of a month.
We actually don't know that he went directly from killing him to.
That's
It's-
true.
it's-
Could
there's
be
a
month
wardrobe
later.
change. I don't know.
You're
It might have
right.
been another night down the road after
You're
he
right.
murdered like
But
10 people.
We can all agree, perfect screenwriting.
It's true. Jamie Foxx has now probably killed more people than Darby as well.
It kind of like this movie falls apart because like the end of the movie shouldn't be like I outsmarted him. It should say something about the legal system, right?
No, we're not here to say something, dude.
yeah.
But it's like that was the whole premise. was
Exactly.
To say
Well, yeah,
something, and it
Michael-
turns out we don't.
Michael Kelly says, "What?" They're like, "What can we do?" He's like, "Go in and shoot him in the head."
Yep.
And that turns out that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's what you do.
But like
Guess-
then he has to deal with that maybe somewhat.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
want this to be longer? I
The
see.
theme of the movie is bad stuff sometimes happens to good people and makes good people bad people. The end.
I guess
That guy, you know.
you know who wrote this movie? Kurt Wimmer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this might be one of his honestly best screenplays.
Absolutely. It's better
This
than
is
Equal.
actually bolt by bolt. It's not that bad. The fucking tunnel system is stupid and doesn't work.
In general,
But
I
other
say
than that, it's kinda
anti-tunnel
okay.
systems.
Wait a second. This movie, 2009.
Yeah.
Anybody else recall a famous tunnel-centric movie that came out in
Yeah.
2009?
Friday the 13th remake.
Oh.
Yep.
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
was
2009's
before.
Vietnam.
Oh,
Yeah.
the sequel? Shit. No, but that's kind of funny, man. 2 fucking tunnel movies.
True.
Where well, at least movies in where tunnels play a big part in the third act.
Mhm.
Both of which have serial killers. also.
Like that, like Tarantino says, that guy in Like a Virgin, he's digging tunnels, right?
Yeah.
Charles Bronson's digging
All
tunnels.
right, yeah. Great escape.
Yeah, so he attends that concert. That's the end of the movie.
Sure.
I fast forwarded because I knew there weren't going to, it wasn't going to be like a stinger scene or anything, but sometimes you catch some crazy credits. A special thanks in this movie to a flashlight company.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they
Maglite or
just-
what?
No, not Maglite. Never heard of them. The off-brand.
Well,
Huh.
my favorite thing with the credits is we go from like this very self-serious, like, I'm going to fucking kill you finally for killing all these
Yeah.
people. And then it's just this fucking beer belly rock. That fucking,
Yep. Dude, with the fucking crunchy ass guitar. What are you people thinking? Like you're trying to end this movie one way. It's like
Which
What the
which
fuck?
Deftones album is this?
This is from Around the Fur, Eric.
That is the movie, man. Would anybody recommend this movie that was requested to us, of course, by Jack from Chicago?
No, sorry, Jack. And it sounds like you wouldn't either, Jack. But it's
Don't tell Jack what to think.
Yeah, come on.
Leave Jack alone.
it just
Jack Callback.
Why you bullying Jack?
the end of this movie should be Gerard Butler dressed like fucking Lady Justice doing something. Like also like you set up the whole thing. It's like he's got a wife and a daughter. Like you assume that's gonna ever be part of the movie.
No, he just showed him a snuff film and then they left town.
I
Yeah, yeah.
guess
At
so.
some point, Gerard Butler drew a cartoon of Lady Justice or something.
Yes,
right?
with like big old Jamie
Jamie
Foxx
Foxx's
with big
head.
jugs, or
Yeah,
something. I don't know.
interesting.
Lady Jugstis.
It just it falls apart.
Is that a Stormy Daniels picture?
Google that one. It just it's fine. There's some good kills here. It's not the worst I've ever seen. I just can't, in good conscience, recommend it.
Eric Siska.
I would recommend it. It's not good. It's dumb, but the kills are kind of fun. I was surprised by this movie. It's got some thrills. It's dumb. It's not a good movie.
Sure.
Looking at Steve.
I know. Whatever you need to say.
Just keep on going.
I rated it 2.5 stars on Letterboxd.
Sure.
I think that's where it belongs.
Okay.
But I think it is. You could find a worse way to spend a dad for noon. It's a very much a dad for noon.
Okay. Well, there are much better ways to spell for noon as well. There's a bunch of old westerns out there, everybody.
Of course.
This movie sucks.
Yeah.
I did not like it. This is like the second time I've seen it, I think. But hey, Deftones song. So that's a D plus.
The plus is for the Deftones.
Yes, it would have been a D minus otherwise. You get 2 grades for that.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching this
Sure.
movie. It was dumb as fuck, man.
Yes,
But I
yes.
think sometimes some of the greatest joys in doing this show is when you haven't seen it and
Sometimes-
you don't know what it is.
Sometimes dumb is better.
Yeah, dude, sometimes dumb is better. And I was like, this is fucking dumb as donkey dick. But I the judge has a phone explode her head off.
I do get
Sure.
that.
Who
A dude
until
is chopped into 25 pieces.
I thought that phone exploding was a sniper rifle until we talked about it.
A kid watches a snuff film with her mother. I
love
mean,
that.
it's a ridiculous motion picture. It's dumb, but yeah, it's a dad for noon. And it would be a dad for noon where you would feel not regret from that the way you spent
Actually,
the afternoon.
You know, the dad for noon is the old westerns.
Yes.
The dad after dark.
oh,
That's
yeah.
when this fucking rears its ugly
this
head.
is dad for dark,
Yeah,
dude.
do not
Absolutely.
walk into. Dad's got his bourbon
Yeah.
and he's watching
Yep.
his law-abiding citizens.
Dad's watching Law Abiding Sin, drinking his bourbon, got Breitbart on his phone. Ready to
Absolutely.
go.
Not browsing it in that Safari app. He's got the actual app for Breitbart.
He's got it on his background on his phone. He took his family off.
I poured myself a large drink and I had a Gerard Butler double picture. Oh, I love that stuff. The shooting and the bad racial politics.
I don't think race plays
No, I
anything in
know.
this movie. What are you talking about?
Most of his movies.
Had a original 35 milliliter pre. An angel has fallen.
I mean, what would be the perfect Gerard Butler double feature?
Oh, good question.
Angel Has Fallen.
Yes, Angel
Yeah.
Has Fallen for sure. I actually sort of enjoy that movie.
As a lead, him as a lead, we're talking?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe Second Banana, but nothing under that.
I kind of like
Like-
Dracula 2000.
Wow.
That's
But
not bad.
it's not really him.
Yeah,
It's
that's
pushing the
tough.
boundaries.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're
I
talking
would
about
allow it.
Gerard Butler action, like Coriolanus, I really like, so
Yeah,
I would put
yeah.
that up. But it's long. It's not. No.
Yeah, it would.
You're going 300, aren't you?
No, I
No,
can't.
no,
I can't. I can't.
Not
That's
again.
where I go
That one.
Dracula over 300. Yeah, mine will be Angel Has Fallen and Dracula 2000.
Almost right, I think.
I would say Angel Has Fallen, and you know what? Let's mix it up a little bit. He's Johnny Rom-Com. Get the ugly truth in there.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
You know?
That again? No. No, I don't think so.
I mean, Angel is definitely the top of that bill.
Yes.
I mean, fuck, maybe this. I don't know.
Yeah.
What else is
Yeah,
there?
that's true.
Besides the rom-com stuff he's done.
and Stupid City. Stay tuned. Gamer.
Gamer would
I-
be number
Oh,
2.
I've
never
Gamer
seen it.
is number
I've
2.
never seen Game.
Gamer
I
is
watched
for
like
sure
half
number
of it,
2.
and I was like, I don't want to watch this now because I know I have to watch this for the show.
Wait.
So stay tuned. Then.
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, wait till you hear Michael C. Hall's accent in this thing.
Mhm.
Just you fucking
Well,
wait.
we have our schedule worked out till almost November. So who knows if it'll
Might
happen
have to
this
Oh,
sub
year.
it.
But that is Law Abiding Citizen from Ought 9, directed by F. Gary Gray. If you want more We Hate Movies in the meantime, gang, heading over to patreon.com/We Hate Movies. A treasure trove of exclusive bonus content on there, including this month's listener-requested We Love movie selection of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which will be airing a little bit later this month.
Right, and don't forget,
yeah.
last month was Back to the Future Part 2. And
Totally.
Before that was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I really, it's like a essential listening.
And before that is Empire fucking Strikes Back. So there's a
Yes.
lot on that
yes,
feed.
yes.
And also we're doing a Picard recaps if you're
Yeah.
watching that show. You know, a lot of good stuff on that feed.
But on this feed, you stay tuned as well because Listener Request Month continues. Steve, what trouble are we getting up to next week?
We are continuing our Dad for Noon with Death Wish 4.
Crackdown.
Or is that the face of death?
No, that's the Crackdown.
Crackdown.
The
dude.
Crack,
Face of Death is 5
God.
previous
Because it
episode.
has to do with beauty. Charles Bronson's beauty.
Oh, it's a fashion. We're
Yeah, it's a
doing a
fashion. We did
fashion.
fashion.
Michael Parks is the bad guy.
Yes.
We did it. We did it before.
Yeah, this one is not that. I
The
believe.
crackdown is my face cracking.
Oh, I think this movie features a rocket launcher.
Probably.
I think. Fuck. No, I don't remember. But I'm very excited to dig back into the Death Wish world because man, Bronson, that guy's a good time.
He's excellent. You can't get that again.
No.
Like Gerard Butler with these movies, like he's trying maybe, but he's never gonna get that Bronson.
Oh, he's way too tall.
He's a pretty boy. You got your Bronson, a little troll, a
Yeah.
little monster person.
Yeah, we gotta get ugly people back in movies.
Thank
man.
you.
Where's the We Hate Movies
And that was
movie?
that was made in the toxic sludge of the 1980s, my friend. You can't make that shit no more.
But I mean, that's a great point, Andrew, because we need more ugly people in cinema.
It's true.
So until next week when we wrestle with the Crackdown, I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Eric Sisk.
Chris Gavin.
Take it easy.
That was a HeadGum podcast.